All right.
What it do, people? What it do?
What it do?
Episode 15, live and direct.
Yes. So we thank you guys once again for coming, checking out the live, coming ready to chat with us. You could have been doing a lot of things, but you're here with us, so we appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. You know, I heard that appreciated thing from Georgia. I always say that, they say that down south. Appreciate it. That is so not New York. But anyway,
Share the live. Grab a snack and come back. Tell a friend, and we in here. We got another 57 minutes, so we're gonna rock. So we got a jam-packed show tonight. I know I say that all the time.
Yes, we do.
So we have a jam-packed show tonight. And what up, O? Thank you everybody for joining. So let's get right into it. So yesterday was July 7th, which the Blackout Coalition organized. You know, the no buy unless you're shopping black. So you know, what are our thoughts? Did anyone shop? Did anyone shop black? I promoted a couple businesses. Nasia promoted a couple businesses. Hey Stevie, I just wanted to know what everybody's thoughts on the blackout yesterday. Did you participate? How did you feel about it? How did you survive not shopping? Because I'm a shopaholic.
Yeah, I mean, how did y'all do? I mean, I didn't shop, but I'm a cheap person, so that really wasn't hard for the kid. Like, I don't shop every day, so you know, it ain't no big deal for me not to shop. But it was definitely, if I really didn't need anything, so I didn't buy a lot, but I definitely put me in a perspective of always trying to shop black. Shop black. So that's what it did for me. So I definitely like that aspect of it. I mean, you guys could tell us what you thought about it. Did you really do it? Did you go buy the jerk chicken that you wanted, or was it up at a black place if you did shop? I mean, y'all tell us what y'all did. How did it go down?
Okay. Hey Tracy, thanks for joining. Hey Allie. Well, like I said, I'm a shopaholic. I have a friend with a skincare line. I didn't buy anything because I've really been trying to work on my finances, but definitely looking into doing a lot of retail therapy with my black business owners. So yeah, Stevie, that's a good way to save money, is to pretend that you're broke. That's what I've been doing. I'm acting like I don't got no money. I really don't got no money. But I've been, just trying to, like I said, shop black. We were talking, I have a group chat, we were talking earlier about just like basic things though are hard to find when shopping black. Things like toilet paper, paper towel, household essentials are just kind of hard. So, if you have a little inkling to get into the paper products, honey, now may be a great time because we need paper. Everybody's shipping stuff in boxes and people need packaging material. Now would be a great time for us to start up a little paper company. Let's look into that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it's hard because it's not hard per se, but you always have to consciously look for something black. You know what I mean? But even yesterday, my husband wants to go buy. He a fruits man, so he needs his fruits every 4 days. And I was like, you can't go to the fruit stand because we know that fruit stand. I mean, to be honest, we're in a black fruit stand, so that was kind of hard too as well. So we have to, always consciously look. But I'm seeing a lot of people coming out with new apps and whatnot where you can shop black. So hopefully it gets easier over the time, and hopefully we support each other, get our investing going, and it will be easy. I could just say, no, I'm going to go to the black fruit stand down the road instead of I don't know where black fruit stand is. Maybe y'all can tell me, but I don't know.
And if you are a regular viewer of the show and you want to drop your black business, go ahead and drop it in the comments right now. Got some free Momo. You got some free promo right now. So go ahead. There's at least 17 people watching, so boom. All right. Now, our first topic of the night is deadbeat parents, well, not just dads, because we know moms can be deadbeats too, but deadbeat parents and the effects that they have on their children. So, did you want to start to see? You want me to go? How you want me? Well, I'll go. I'll start.
Oh, wait, go ahead, girl. You already in there.
So, deadbeat parents, like I said, it doesn't only mean, just men. Women can definitely be, deadbeat parent as well. And it's not just about like financial. Like I know financial is a big part of it. As a single parent, I could completely agree. But also as a single parent, deadbeat for me is, someone who's not spending time in your kids or, picking up the kid. Like I work a full-time job, 9 to 5 will be great, to have someone come in and, not babysit, but, have, put provide care or be in place of me. You know, come help me do a load of laundry if you don't got the money. You know, help me clean out the fridge if you don't got the money. So when you're just an absentee parent, you know, altogether. I know for myself, my father wasn't in my life for the last 1,000 years, because I'm 1,000 years old. And it just made me not respect men, I guess you could say. Like, I don't trust a man enough to be there for me, because my own father wasn't be there for me. So my own father ain't want me, child. I don't know if your son gonna want me. So shout out to Debbie. She, Odessa, she just plugged her scarf and t-shirt line. So yeah. So I know, you know, for me having a deadbeat dad, it made me not really have trust in relationships and not pick the best partners, because, you know, like I said, I didn't necessarily, like, you know, trust a man to be there for me because my dad wasn't there for me. In therapy though, so shout out to me. And it puts a lot of strain on, you know, the single parent, because now the single parent has to play two roles of an already difficult job. And I know what some of you are thinking, right? People should see the signs, and they should know the signs because they decide to open up their legs, or he decided to sleep with this girl and he knew she wasn't shit. But sometimes people don't show their deadbeatness before the kid comes. It's like after, you know, you have a relationship. Like, you know, Jamaican people have a saying, it's like, send me and come live with me, two different things, right? Like, I could be your friend and we could be out cool, but the minute we gotta share space together, or the minute we gotta own something together, that's when the problem comes in. So yeah, I mean, those are just my thoughts. It's not just, you know, men who could be deadbeats. Women could definitely be deadbeats as well. Hey Trav, I don't know any of those kind of people, because I don't associate with people who are deadbeats. If you are a deadbeat, no shout out to you. Okay?
No, not at all.
No shout out. We don't condone it. Be responsible. Like I said, it's not just financially. Times is hard. Everybody got things hard. You can always, you know, show up in your kid's life. Come and take them to the park. Come sit down and help them do some homework. Child, 3rd grade math been kicking my ass since we've been homeschooling, honey. I ain't got time for regrouping and number lines and division and shit. Okay? So shout out to Stevie. She said, I'm a deadbeat cousin. I'm not going to family events. Well,
that's a whole nother ball game.
That's a whole nother thing. But I mean,
that's a whole nother.
When you bring forth a child, well, that's like I said, whether you're a man or woman, you are responsible for that child's entire upbringing. Financial is, of course, but you can always get child support. And child support, yeah, the money's great, but then the kid doesn't have a relationship with you, and you know what happens there. So those are just
I definitely agree. I feel like deadbeat parents in general, like I said, it could be a deadbeat mom, because I've heard of deadbeat mom. I don't know none of them personally, like friends. Yeah. But it's deadbeat moms and deadbeat dads. But I feel that it does affect the child personally. I could say from my personal experience, I had a deadbeat father. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, love him, forgave him, moved on from it. But he wasn't an active participant in my life until probably I was almost in college, to be honest. That it wasn't like a constant thing that I saw him type of thing. So it did affect me. And the same way you said, like, you don't trust men, I wouldn't say I don't. And maybe it's not a trust, but there's definitely a lack of respect for men. Yeah. You know, like I always tell my husband, like, he's the first man that I've ever respected. Because most of them, like, you know, you don't look at it because you didn't have a father figure in your life. Yeah. I didn't even, like, some people would be deadbeat and then they have a father figure. I didn't have a father figure or a dad. Right. So it was just kind of like, oh, men, they ain't that great. They ain't special. Nothing's great about them. And that affected me. And I need to, you know, that's something I probably need to still work on to this day, you know, respecting them. Maybe that's why God gave me 2 boys, because he knew that I needed to, you know, have some respect for men. Yeah. So I feel like it does affect the children. So if you know anybody that is not in their child's life, not being an active parent in their life, you understand that it's serious, because as you can see, you can look up the statistics yourself. Most of the people in prison, they said 85% of the people in prison grew up in a broken home. Right. And they had at least one deadbeat parent. So that's serious. You know what I mean? Like that's something that we need to look into, and how especially in our community, because I mean, I love my community first. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's deadbeats across every community. But I definitely always want to see my people doing well and the Black children growing up doing great things. So I would definitely say encourage people to do it. And as you were saying, to a point that you said before about people, I would say I slightly disagree. It's not 100% proof, but I do feel that people show their deadbeatness sometimes. I feel like they definitely, it's not 100% proof, but some dudes could shock you. You know, they be Prince Charming one day and be a whole Heckle and Jekyll the next day. They'd be a whole crazy person.
Right.
But I do feel that, we do see the signs. Like, even like I said, even with my mom, I know she saw the signs. When I've heard some of the stories, I'm like, girl, really? You know he wasn't gonna be no good because of that. Yeah. Or a good sign is if he ain't taking care of his other kids, boo, he ain't gonna take care of yours.
Right.
These are some of the signs that we need to look for. I'm not putting it fully on the woman or the man that's with the deadbeat person. If you know she's not a motherly, because some women too are deadbeat because they were not meant to be mothers. They were not really doing it, because I know her mother was kind of in and out of her life, and I remember she lived in Jamaica and the mother lived up here, and she barely called her, she barely did anything for her, and it was just like, sometimes you look at it like, oh, your mother, you're this and that. Some people don't have that maternal thing, and if you know in your heart that you don't want kids, don't have no kids. Tie your tools and don't do it, because not having a good mother is a bad situation, and not having a good father is a bad situation. If you know genuinely you don't have what it takes to have a child, and that, to be honest, none of us are really ever 100% proof of a great parent. But the point is, if you know genuinely maternal and paternal instincts is not your forte, don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't bring no other broken people in this world for them to get fixed in therapy and all this other stuff. Just wrap it up, get a vasectomy. It's okay. Everybody ain't meant to have kids. It's not the pressure. Sometimes we feel the pressure to go and have kids and all this other stuff. No, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Yeah. And that's okay.
And to be quite honest, I mean, none of us have a manual. We're not perfect. None of us have a manual on how to be a parent. You just kind of like learn as you go. And some people definitely like wing it. And they didn't have a good structural background, so they themselves don't really know. I'm now the parent of an adult child. My daughter's 20. Shout out to mine and Maya in the comments. And now that she's an adult, her and I can have some real conversations. And, she's brought up many instances to me where she felt like I didn't do the best parenting. And looking back, I'm like, damn, you're right. But I had to break it down to her like, look, like, I didn't know you better. I was young. So Shemaiah's 20, I'm 38. I'm literally 18 years old, fresh out of high school, had a baby, and I had to like learn, so like I said, there's no handbook, or there's no manual. So you just kind of like, as you go, and not everybody's meant to be parents, as we see it saying. So they try to outrule the birth control child. So make sure y'all stock up at your jobs right now if you know you don't want to.
Yeah, stock up on that birth control.
Get you the condoms. Hey, money. You know what I'm saying? Get what you do, get what you need to do, and stop trying to convince people to have kids. Every time somebody's like, no, I don't want to have kids. Girl, why not? The joys of motherhood.
Yeah, pressuring people. I hate that.
Leave people alone. Everybody ain't meant to have kids.
Yeah, you definitely do. Like Queen said, you definitely do wing it. And you try to figure it out, because I'm still winging it. I'm on the second one, and I'm only, my oldest is only 6, so I'm still figuring it out as I go. But some people,
Caleb's gonna get on you. Let me tell you, 14 years from now, when Caleb is 20, he's gonna be like, Mom, let me tell you about what she used to do back in the day. You're gonna be like,
yeah,
you feel attacked.
It happens. So I definitely understand what you're saying, but I would just say it does affect the children. So when somebody said, when Popo meets up with Kaki or whatever, I know you're not thinking about all of that, but start thinking about all of that, okay? I know, your feelings link up, but, make sure you wrap it up, okay? If that's not for you.
Put up a blocker, okay? We're blocking.
Yes, do something. Because it really affects the children. Like I said, it affected me. Like, I'm still dealing with the respect for men. It affected others. And to be honest, the sad thing about it, a lot of people that I grew up with, to be honest, I'm only seeing a lot of good fathers now. And I'm hoping because they try to make the change and swerve around. Because when I was growing up, ain't nobody had a daddy. And I'm going to keep it real. Ain't nobody had a daddy. I knew one girl that had a daddy, and he was in the house, and he wasn't even really a daddy. He was like a deadbeat, because you could have a deadbeat living with you, too. Because he could be not doing his job, and he lives with you.
Social media has played a role, because now we have more access, and we have more reach to things that we didn't see before. So shout out to all the great dads and the great moms out there, and we're gonna go live to our studio audience for some comments. Queen was agreeing to say, yeah, we just have to wing it sometime. Kim said, people think it won't happen but he'll change. And we're talking about the signs of a deadbeat, right? You just ignore
Yeah, no, people, we do think we can change a man. No, he ain't no good. He ain't no good right now.
Or she ain't no good. Greedy Vegan says, I don't have any friends who aren't in their kids' lives. We can't hang out if you're not spending time with your kids. That's facts. I don't know any deadbeats. I know of them.
And we need to make that a cultural thing. Like if you see somebody, oh, they not with their kids, oh, they don't pay for their kids, they don't give money to the other parent, or if they're not together, don't hang around with them. They got the plague, they got corona. Don't hang around with them. Don't hang around with them. They got all kinds of diseases. The deadbeat disease, and you don't want to drop on you. So don't hang around with them. Make it so they feel uncomfortable to even put their lips together and say, huh?
Little John. Why you ain't with little Becky? It's back to school. You ain't shopping for back to school, you know?
Yeah, make them feel real uncomfortable, and we could change the culture. Like, it's not cute.
Exactly.
Take care of your kids.
Yep.
Straight like that.
I only know great mothers and fathers and great uncles and great cousins and great. I don't know anybody who's not, showing up. I see Trav in the comments real quick. Trav picks up his nieces all the time from school, and my daughter goes to school with Trav's nieces, and she's always like, "Mom, can I go with Uncle Trav too?" And I'm just like, no, he has his hands full. But even stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Those are things that people do. So shout out to everybody who is in children's lives, helping raise them and helping them to be better people. Hey, Camilla, shout out to Chi-Town. We're talking about deadbeat parents, men and women, okay?
Men and women, okay.
Mm-hmm. And the effects that they have on their children. So, speaking about deadbeats.
Yes.
Where your girl Jada at, huh? Where your girl Jada at in the sea? We talking about
Jada didn't come to the table yet. The table's on.
Where is Jada?
Jada. Tipping.
Jada, girl, we got you on the agenda, girl, but you ain't made no rebuttal.
Give them a little backstory for the people that don't know.
Okay, so August had an interview, an hour-long interview. If you didn't watch it, I'll just sum it up for you real quick. He talks about
August is a singer, R&B singer for everybody who don't know.
He sings, "Man, I love this shit. Man, I love that song." Anyway. I have to remember what he sung. But anyway, so August, he was battling autoimmune disease. He's been out of the industry for quite some time, and he had an interview with Angela Yee, who's part of the Breakfast Club on Power 105. So anyway, so hour-long interview. I suggest if you have time, if you're cooking or something, you want to watch something, put that on YouTube. And he basically talks about a lot of things. He talks about the death of some family members. He talks about him being sick. And Angela Yee asked him about the rumors about him and Jada. What her name is? Jada Pinkett Smith?
Smith, yes. Yeah. Don't forget the Smith.
Yeah, don't forget the Smith. Angela Yee brought up his relationship with her, or rumored relationship. So long story short, he pretty much confirmed that he had a romantic relationship with Mrs. Will Smith's wife, honey. So,
Miss Jada.
And it was a very serious relationship for him, and he took the breakup, really, really hard. It was a very vulnerable time in his life. He had just lost his sister and now gained, 3 kids. I think he had lost his brother right before that. And just in a really, really bad mental space, during this relationship. And it feels like he thought maybe their relationship was gonna be more than what it was. But she a married woman, honey, and she done told us from jump that Will gonna be on one side of the house with his person, and she gonna be on the other side of the house with her person, but they always gonna be married. But I feel like she took advantage of him in a very vulnerable state, almost predatory. I won't call her predator. It was slightly predatory. I feel like here she is, an older woman who's been in this marriage with this person for forever. Here comes little young fresh meat August, who's very vulnerable, and she had an in with him, had her way with him, and discarded him, honey. That's how I feel.
Well, I come from a different side of the spectrum. Yes, like you said, August had his thing, and I remember in the interview he was very emotional about the relationship. Talking about he gave his all, and he put his heart in. He asked Will for permission and all these great stuff. I feel like that's grown folks' business, boo. And I disagree here. Jada ain't no predator, okay? At the end of the day, at the end of the day, August is of age. He's 27 years old, or maybe 25 to 27, however old he was at the time. And if y'all having a sexual relationship or whatever it is what it is. And too bad, so sad, you broke up. She was a married woman. I don't know what you was going to mean. You 25. I know we dumb at 25. Don't get me wrong, but you ain't that dumb. And you should know what you're getting into. But how you putting your all into a married woman? Stop. Okay, you got deeper issues that you need to deal with. If that's the relationship. What he said? If I love somebody, I love them. I love them. How you love them people wife? It's an open relationship. You know what it is. If she feel like to discard you, you've been discarded. Your time is up. Stamp your clock out. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I don't feel no sorry for him. I feel he a grown man and he did grown things, and that's just it. Only thing I do have a problem with Alsina is he a snitch. I don't like no snitch. He a snitch. Because at the end of the day, you know, we having private relations and nobody's supposed to know, because obviously it was under the wire. But, you know, people knew. I mean, nobody's stupid in certain things. But it was still not said out of our mouth. You don't need to confirm anything. And you up here snitching on the game because when he said I was getting backlash. And people were looking at me wrong. And it was affecting my money. That's the people like you get jammed up, y'all rob the bank, and the little pressure come, and he snitch on you. You a snitch. I don't respect that. That is wrong. Nah. What happened between you and that married woman is the married woman, the husband, whoever. It's all grown people. I don't think this should be on my timeline. August Alsina, brush it off and move on. I'm not sorry for you. Good luck. God bless. I understand you was going through stuff, but oh well, you still snitching. No. You don't be snitching. That ain't right. But you can go to the comments. I mean, you can tell me what the people say.
Are you done?
I'm sorry, I had to get that off because I'm like, boy, bye. You don't have time for this.
Someone who's living.
We in a revolution. I got time for this in your married woes. But go ahead.
Right. I'll get to the comments in a little bit because I see y'all going up there. He was telling his truth. It's not like he wanted an interview and he gave up the information. She asked him, and he said he was telling his truth and saying how he feels. I don't necessarily feel snitching. He was hurt, and sometimes when you're hurt and you're in a space where somebody asks you a question and you've been bottled it up, and he never. Before, I would say he was a snitch if he came out before the interview, or if he was posting little subliminals or taking little shots or whatever. But he was asking in a minute. He felt like in that moment. To me, it felt like he needed to be honest, and I just feel like if the gender roles were reversed, we wouldn't be having the same kind of energy.
No, I would have had the same thing. Because that's two grown people. If it was a little girl under 18, then that's a problem. That's disgusting. But that's grown people do grown things, and I don't care about grown people bedrooms, long as consenting adults are in there.
Right.
That's it.
Queen was asking, wasn't that her son's friend referring to Jaden Smith? Dre said, how you taking a breakup with the next man wife hard? O said, girl, you don't know what people do behind closed during their marriage and in their relationship. Chantel was agreeing with Dre. Mine and Maya said she was probably telling him there would be more. Rajay said he made the choice to entertain it. Camilla said, Dre, he obviously caught feelings. I'm sure he wasn't meaning to. You never know when you're going to get caught up. I agree. The heart takes over the head, right, Camilla? Facts. I guess Rajay was saying facts is something you were saying. Layla was agreeing with you about them being grown and he knew what he was getting into. Layla said, get out your feelings, boo. She's married to Will Smith. Queen said, as her son's friend, she should have never went there. I agree. Camilla said, easier said than done. I don't agree with the snitching, but we've all been in a situation that had us doing dumb shit. Agreed. Moni said, would you have felt the same way if it was a female August's age and a male Jada's age? No, she already said no. She wouldn't feel no.
No, I would feel the same way. Long as I'm about consenting adults. People have relationships with people 30, 40 years older than them. I mean, and worse if it's just a sexual thing. People do it all the time. Weren't you a cougar and a puma last week? Now, come on now.
Yeah, but I would set people's expectations. Mine and mine said, how you going to tell him to brush it off? Raja said, Mrs. Smith, pum pum too hot. Camilla said, I don't think he was taken advantage of. He just had some cougar snatch and it blew his mind. Moni said, we asked them to show emotions, and when they do, we call them snitches into emotions. I agree. He was vulnerable. Mind Maya said, I feel like the gender switch people would have different opinions, which is unfair. True. It's his right to be expressive. I agree. It would be a different story if the tables were turned. He would have been canceled. Facts, Janelle. He was speaking his truth. Right. Didn't he make a song too? He did make a song. Girl, he got a whole full feature-length film, Kim. Camilla said he needed some love at that time. He was going through a lot. He just felt in the wrong situation. There's no boundaries. Moni said, Jada, the one who took him on the red carpet and brought him to Red Table Talk. Child, that's not. I forgot about that. Thank you, Moni.
Yeah, she did. I remember that. Now you say that.
We've known for a while Jada and Will were swingers. He should have not gotten into his feelings. Hey, Junebug. Sasha said he switched and watch him come out with the album soon. Numbers will rise. We're going to listen to every song to see if he saw my Jada. He dropped the album already, Sasha, and a film.
I have to listen to that now.
Yeah,
I feel like it's grown people. These are grown people. If it was a man or woman, long as everybody is an adult, there's no problem. You got to charge it to the game. We all get our heart broke. It's not she took it, she's a terrible person. And maybe he probably set up big expectations in his head of what was going to happen. But I mean, we all do that. And now do I need to feel, you don't get no sympathy for that. It is what it is. Like, I'm sorry, you had a bad breakup. We all have bad breakups and we move on.
That girl said, what do you guys' opinions on Kanye West running for president? Girl, cancel. We don't talk about that here.
Now, I love Kanye to my heart, but we ain't gonna talk about Kanye now. Sorry.
Child,
that's another topic for another day.
I don't got no. So all right, so we haven't heard Jada's side, right? So we'll talk. We'll
wait to hear Jada because he could be lying too. We don't know what's going on. I just feel like these are stuff we should not have known. We should not have known about their personal life and how they swim. Because from the tea I heard online when I was doing some research, is Will got a whole woman in UK too. I mean, is she coming out the closet and Will drop her too and say, blah 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 blah? These people are swinging. If you're not ready to swing, don't jump into the park. Or don't jump on the swing. That's it. If you're not ready to swing, that's it. Like, how you falling in love with a whole married woman?
It happens. It can happen.
No. It happens, but it doesn't gain you sympathy and it doesn't make me feel bad for you. It happens. Yeah, people do fall in love with other people, husbands and wives. But what are we supposed to do? It's just a heartbreak. You gotta, it's not nothing to do your mind over.
Heartbroken. It's funny how we don't have, I'm gonna go to the next.
Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say. This is the people show to let the people know.
It's funny who we choose to have compassion for, right? I mean, the man is out here telling his truth, and letting his guard down and being vulnerable and letting us know what happened. And it's like, we got to chalk it up to their game. But why? Why he can't be vulnerable and have a breakdown like anybody else?
I'm not saying put like this. He can have a breakdown, but I feel like bringing it to the public is for what? It's your personal life that you had with this young lady, and not young lady, this big woman. Yeah, you had that with her, and you got your heart broken. Now, every celebrity that has their heart broken, we gotta, why do we have to feel sympathy in that sense of like, put like this? My problem was this attitude of Jada took advantage of him, and he's this, and he's so vulnerable, and da 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 da. Yeah, that might be so, but that's just a relationship. It's not nothing like we're making Jada to be some villain. We all knew what it was before. Since the 90s, we know they've been swinging. So, like, you know what I mean? What were you going to expect? It's not like that big of a deal to me. Like, I'm not going to feel a harsh hurt for you. It's like, damn, you had a breakup. But you were sleeping with somebody's husband or you were sleeping with somebody's wife. So it's like, sucks. That's all I got for you.
People like to tell tall tales, darling. We don't...
But we're waiting to hear from Jada. We were waiting to hear from Jada for the table. But the table looks like you're having issues on shipping. So.
Exactly. So, Ninja, your bag ain't nowhere near your bag. Go sit down somewhere. What? Y'all did it for Beyonce when Jay cheated, girl. We not beehives over here. No, we don't use Beyonce as clout. So we ain't no beehives over here. Shout out to y'all though.
We always sound bad for Beyonce.
Rajay said he too raw enough. Dre said he knew the situation going in. That's why. It's not fair we mad at Jada. If it was the other way around, she would be called a homewrecker and being canceled. It ain't working. Y'all wanted to.
Yeah, I know people would have called that person a homewrecker, but we feeling sorry for August.
Yeah. I feel sorry for him.
Bye. Just talking again. You're young, 27. You'll find love again. It's all right. Talking to the game. It is what it is.
So that brings us to our next topic.
Yes, next topic. But y'all can talk in the comments though. Do you need to know the details of infidelity? Say example of if your person cheated, not in an open relationship, but if your person really cheated, and do you want to know, would you confront the other woman to say, hey, what happened? Or would you ask your man or woman what happened, the details, blow for blow, lick for lick, what happened, how did you meet this person? Or if they cheated, you don't want to know, that's all you need to know, they cheated. Tosh, what you think? What you think?
Shout out to Carrie. Nah, I don't need to know nothing. I'm cool. All I need to know is you cheated and we're good. I don't need to know. I'm not going to nobody as no woman. I'm not questioning nothing. I don't need to know no details. I'm just, like we talked about last week about the gifts, about get rid of the stuff. Once I'm done, I'm done. I'm cool. I don't need to know nothing. I don't want to know, so were you with him last Thanksgiving when he said he was working late? I don't give a fuck about that. You cheated. You gave the dick away. And that's all I need to know. That's it. Period. That's
it.
We done.
I want to know some details.
Barbara to Shirley.
Yeah, Barbara to Shirley. No, put like this. It's only I want to know details. If I'm planning on keeping him, or, you know, if the relationship done, I mean, what's a detail going to do for you? You don't need to know. But if, you know, I want to know how, put like this, like I was saying, there's levels to everything. There's levels to cheating. Was it an emotional cheating where you just kind of texting a girl? Was it, is it a cheating where you maybe kissed? Was it a cheating you just went on a date? Was it cheating that there was oral sex? Was it a cheating that you were penetration? I need to know a few more details before I make a final decision. You know, and this is for me. If I can keep going now, if I feel you're lying, I might do a Barbara to Shirley. I'm not up for it. I'm not up for talking to the other woman. Or, you know, if you're a man, you talking to the other man. I'm not up for it. But I mean, it depends how deep I'm in the game, and I might want to know the details. And if she willing to tell me, and I don't trust him at the time, then yeah. But like I said, only if I'm still seeing some type of future in this relationship. But if it's done, I don't care. But I need to know how you cheated. Like I might could forgive a kiss if it's just a kiss that you had on June 2nd.
That's not cheating. Kissing is not cheating.
That is cheating. You better not be kissing nobody but me.
I don't care.
Oh no, you don't care. So your man can just kiss anybody he wants. Then
it was a kiss.
It was a kiss. Yes, a kiss could be Your man can kiss anybody he wants. Hey, you okay? Oh, okay. So you have an open kissing relationship. That's what.
Well, you know how I do. I don't. We fluid around here. We fluid around here.
Okay, so it's an open kissing relationship. Do you have an open emotional relationship? Like he texts her, they have great conversations, late night, 3 a.m. talk.
I got a problem with that because now somebody's getting close to you. I got.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. But you didn't ask, you wouldn't even know what was going on, really. You understand what I'm saying?
A little kiss, but I wouldn't even know because I'm not going to nobody, and I don't care. Like if I find, like for me, I don't snoop, because when you go snooping, you get what you're looking for. But if information should fall into my lap, and I find out that my person is cheating, I'm good on him. We're cool. We're done. There's nothing for us to discuss. There's nothing for us to entertain. Once we set those boundaries in a relationship, you cross the boundary, you clicked. Okay? Now.
Nah, I mean, but how do you know he's cheating? You don't want to know something? You don't want to know how, you know, what went down? Where did it go wrong? What situation? I might not want to know lick for lick, but you got to let me know if there's at least penetration, kissing, oral. Like, I would like to know those things. I'm sorry. I gotta know.
Now I'm replaying it in my head, and now I'll be thinking about it. Like, I have an obsessive kind of mind. My mind don't shut off.
You want to think about it regardless.
No, I'd rather not know. What you don't know doesn't bother you. So I'd rather not know.
I can see that, but it depends. It all depends. You know what I mean? I gotta see what the thing, but I might want to talk. I might need details. We could get to the comments what the street's saying.
The streets are saying a lot. I like this energy. Y'all come with energy tonight. Yes. Somebody said that's cheating. Olea said that's cheating. Maya said, whoa, kissing is not cheating. Moni said, how many of your boys and family you knew so I could cancel? She wants to know how many family members knew so she could cancel the family who didn't tell about the cheating. Relationship is done. We don't need to know nothing. Trini Boy said, I want to know what drove you to cheat. Okay, so you want answers. Moni said, is that how you kissed that whole neck when you was over here? Kiss my neck right, Negro. Camilla said, I need to know who all helped cover your ass when you were cheating so I could drop their ass too. People are saying pretty much I want to know. Rajay saying knowing everything will not help. Camilla said she needs to know, even if, especially if it was in her house. Layla said, nope, that's torture. Let me get to the comments here. Camilla said, that's not true for me. The mind runs wild with no knowledge. So you want to know. Coins to Comma says details, who, what, why.
Thank you.
No, the details will make you lose your mind. It's harder to forgive. I ain't no forgiveness. We cheat and done. Who are you kissing in? Why, Tosh? I ain't kissing up, girl. Chantel said, hell no. He's only mine, period. Moni said, nobody's just kissing. If it was just a kiss, I don't care. I can forgive.
No, kissing is cheating too. What's with some people? You know what they got?
Camilla said, hold up. Especially if they come with new moves. Who taught you that? He could have watched it on a YouTube video. You don't know.
That YouTube ain't that explicit.
Greedy brought up a good point. He said cheating is whatever you wouldn't do in front of your partner. So what?
Well, your man could kiss people then, right? In front of you.
I mean, if he kissed someone in front of me, that lets me know where he's at. He ain't my man. Period.
But then that's cheating.
No, but I'm just saying. If he kissed someone directly in front of me, and then I'm like, that's disrespectful. Like if you're gonna do it in front of me, but if you cheating in peace and I don't find out about it, then I'm cool on you. But
Nah. If I find out about it, I want to know what happened. I want to know what went down. How did you meet up this person? Where they live? I wouldn't even mind a picture these days of Instagram. You better show me the girl, because if me and her brush in the supermarket, I don't want no problem. Nobody not gonna tap me on my shoulder and say, "Hey, ma'am, I had your man." Like, no, I need details. I need a few details. Like I said, I might not know every. Like sometimes, back in the day, you used to tell your girlfriends how the situation went down. You kind of give detail. Not that kind of detail, but just. Maybe she just gave me head, or I need to know how deep this cheating went, and then I can make a decision on if I'm staying. Now, me, like I said in past episodes, if this is your second, third, and all this type of cheating, don't even worry. I don't want no details because I'm going. Have a nice day. God bless, and may God go with you. But if it's your first time, I need details because I want to know how seriously you went down in this situation. Okay.
Sasha said, I don't think I'd give a chance to find out details. I'm beating his ass, period. Camilla said, people do follow you on social media, skewing your man, trifling.
Yeah, I mean, what's her Facebook?
Carrie said, all my women need to know each other, threesome to the world. Right, Carrie. Open. Let's bring polygamy back. Queen said, facts. I'm just asking for a friend. Greedy said, how far do you allow your suspicion to travel when you think your partner is cheating? I just ask them outright. I don't got time for the games. I'm coming out right with it. No lips are okay if we're in a relationship. What if you and your partner Italian kissing is 100? What, Carrie? So Queen asked, so kissing which lips is okay?
We said which lips? All lips.
If he kissed the
kissing eyes and noses is bad too.
If he kissed the other lady's lips down below, I'm definitely good on him.
No. That's cheating. For real. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. So my opinion is, ladies, if you want, you can get a little details. Like I said, if you're staying, I want details. If I'm staying, I want details. I gotta know.
Wait, we got a question from the Cia. Q said, I'm giving the Cia a whole different vibes. Yup, I got this and the third. What you gonna do different, Nacia? So is she?
Say that again?
What is you saying? What is she gonna do with the information that she found out?
Yeah, it's going to tell me if I'm staying or not staying. It's telling me how deep this is, how serious this infidel. If it's just a kissing, I might could forgive a kissing. I need to find out why you out here kissing people. Why are you out here having emotional texts and stuff like that? Now that's something we could talk about. But if it's like, you know, I'm having multiple women, that's why I need to know the details, because somebody can just tell you, oh, I cheated, and that's it. That's all the information I'm gonna get. Oh, I cheated. Like, what is cheating? What did you do? You know what I mean? These type of stuff, you know, you gotta find out.
But if the person's coming to you and telling you of this act, then obviously they know that it's something that's gonna get them canceled.
Yeah, I mean, any form of cheating is done it's a possible cancel.
They come in and tell you about it, they know it's some fugazi shit.
Yeah, they know it's a serious, but I want to know the details too. I want to know if it's worth throwing away my relationship. Maybe an emotional cheating is not worth my relationship.
Hold on. What do you mean? He was asking you what will change. You're gonna step it up, or so wait. So I'm trying to get.
Oh, like me step it up?
Yeah. So you're saying that if she found out that her man's cheating and she gets the details, is she gonna step up her game? Women. It's not.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
It ain't got nothing to do with her.
Cheating ain't got nothing to do with me per se. If you want to say, it don't have nothing to do. I'm not necessarily going. I'm gonna step up our communication and our issue. If I'm keeping you. I'm gonna step it up that way, but I'm not necessarily going to like feel like I'm insecure. Because let me tell you something, you could be flinging from the chandelier, cocking up foot on the back porch, and a man will still cheat on you. So there ain't really much I could do. It's either you want to be here or you don't. Okay?
Yep. If a man wants
you want to be here or you don't want to be here, because they ain't much too much stepping up to you unless it's a breakdown in communication. Then yes, I would step up my communication.
You could be swallowing the schlongs up balls deep. If he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat.
He gonna cheat. So yeah, you know what I mean? He gonna cheat. But I gotta see how serious it is that I'm ready to give up the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah. Judy said people treat relationships how they play Uno. You gotta ask what their rules are before you play. That's facts. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. That's fact.
When I get into a relationship with someone, this is how I'm straightforward with y'all. Okay, my page is wide open, so anybody in the world could be looking at me. I said I'm straightforward in any relationship I enter with. So if I tell you the parameters of our relationship is you can't kiss somebody else, you can't be texting somebody. The minute you cross out of them boundaries, I'm good on you, and I don't care about the details. You're dead to me. There's nothing for us to talk about. I don't even listen. I keep telling y'all, I got whole babies with people I don't think about anymore. Like I got whole children with people who are not in my realm of thinking. Like who?
I mean, like we discussed in the past episode, I could forgive one time depending on what it is.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Depending on what it is.
He said, Carrie said, what if he introduced you to the girl and she said she wants you to? Carrie, stop trolling.
Oh my God.
Goodbye.
We're not talking about that. I would say no. Thank you. Moving right along.
So Queen wanted to know, so the details make a difference whether you stay or go? Trav said, you just can't go around kissing people. Layla said, now you know what happened, but you don't need to know times, dates, and details. Oh, she said, no, you can know what happened. I'm sorry, Layla. She said, no, you can know what happened, but you don't need to know times, dates, and details. True. Details.
No, I would like some time, dates, and details.
Yeah.
Because I would like to know how you executed this cheating underneath my nose.
Yeah. Moni, don't worry about what we swallowing over here. I'll get you a Zoom call for that.
We blocking Carrie next. Don't worry, Layla. We blocking him
because
next.
no shade, Carrie. They in the comments saying you can't handle one woman. How you gonna handle three? That's what they said in the comments.
That's what the street said.
That's what the street said, Carrie. I don't know. You may want a backup player.
Okay, well. No comment.
The streets is talking, honey, and they said you ain't got no business talking about no threesomes. Okay? All right.
I can't defend it, bro. I can't defend it.
Shout out to the bro, though. Shout out to the bro. But yeah. So 50-50. We 50-50. We were 80-20 on Jada in August, 80 to C and 20 me. We 50-50. We 50-50. Everybody saying, I don't want to know.
We keep riding for the details. Get the details, ladies. See what it's worth, okay?
We don't need to know no details.
The next topic is Titty Tosh.
Ooh, Lord Jesus. This one is heavy. Protecting the male ego. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, man. We coming for you.
Sorry, guys. I love you, though. I love you.
But see, there we go. Protecting the male ego. There we go.
Protecting the male ego. Why do we do it? why do we do it? And we just, you know, some examples of protecting the male ego is faking orgasms, right? I personally don't do that because if it wasn't good, it wasn't good. I'm gonna let you know it wasn't good. I'm so sorry, not sorry, but I'm gonna tell you. But a lot of women feel that they need to do that because they don't want their men to feel less of a man. They don't want to emasculate their man. They don't want to take away from their masculinity if they feel like, you know, he didn't put it down. But I feel like you do the man a disservice because now he's walking around with big dick energy that he don't have. And he gonna come to me and I'm gonna shut him down again. He gonna get his little feelings hurt, and then he gonna go around hurting other people because I don't. But anyway, I just feel like it starts from little. Like, you know, boys have to, you know, don't cry, and, you know, well, not so much to say don't cry, but, you know, boys don't help around their house. That's a girl's job, or, you know, my mom does it all the time with my brothers and me. Like, it's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Like, you know, oh no, your brother is. Do this for your brother, do that for your brother. Like, my brother's a grown man. Like, he can handle his own thing, you know, do his own thing. Oh, your brother wants you to do so and so, but she don't have that same kind of energy with me. But anyway, I just feel like we do it. A lot of people could sometimes do it because they feel like they don't want to be left in their relationship, so they tiptoe around, or they can't ask what they need of their person because they don't want to be left alone, which is also another. That's more to say about the woman, but we just do. We typically tiptoe around men because we don't want to hurt their feelings. And, you know, why do we do that? Why do you think we do that, Lucia?
I think we are trained to do that, especially as women. We're trained from we were a little girls to something about, I don't know, it's society. Obviously, it's a male society, the same way as like a white society, you know, it's a westernized society. It's the same kind of energy for men. I feel like we're trained to kind of cater to men, making sure they're okay, making sure their needs are met, making sure we're the woman they want us to be, and all type of craziness. But when you really check it out, it's really crazy because why do we need to do, and they're supposed to be the stronger sex and the greater sex and all this other stuff. Shouldn't they be catering to our needs and catering to making sure that our ego is okay? But somehow we have to always be humble and do it. Because I remember people used to say like, oh, like if you don't clean house, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, the man gonna you're not gonna keep a man. And everything is all keeping a man. I remember when I was little in school, I think I was all of 14, and next thing a group of us girls were hanging out in the lunchroom or something, and next thing it was like talking about boyfriends, and I was like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend. Oh my God, you don't have a boyfriend? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm 14, like I don't have a, you know what I mean? Like a man does not equate to who I am. So I feel like we have always been this, we need to give to our men and making sure they're okay. Like you said, faking orgasm because you don't want to hurt his feelings that he might not have, you know, been satisfying in bed, or you don't want to hurt his feelings by telling him he's not doing the right thing here and there. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just keep it on the hush hush. I'm just, you know, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but ain't nobody got no problem hurting our feelings.
No problem.
Ain't nobody got a problem telling us we ain't the woman and we ain't this, and our sex might not be that great, or telling our business in the street. That's why everybody a hoe. Ain't nobody protecting us. Maybe that's another protecting the black woman, or even protecting women in general, to be honest, because it's not a race thing when it comes to the male ego. It's every facet of life. We have to somehow cater to men. And that's something that we have to, I mean, not to say don't love on your partner, don't love on this person and treat them right, but tiptoeing around them doesn't do you anything good. You know what I mean? It doesn't do you, it's not justice in the relationship. It's tiptoeing around them. It's making you go crazy. And you can't even tell your man, like we were saying, somebody was saying, oh, I can't tell my man that I'm not happy. Or I can't tell my man I don't want the, why you can't tell your man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not, like I always tell you, I don't come from a high and mighty place. I do it too sometimes. Even with my husband sometimes, I don't say everything, but I think that's trained in our brain that we don't want to hurt their feelings. They ain't gonna break. They ain't glass.
Well, yeah.
If their feelings hurt, they'll live. And that's what I have to tell myself, they'll live.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm definitely not shying away from telling somebody how I feel, because I come first. Me, Natasha, will always come first before anybody's ego. So if it's something that's not making me happy, if it doesn't even have to be man-woman sexual relationship, it could even be, you know, with your friends. If I have a male friend or something and I feel like I gotta shut him down about something, I'm gonna shut his ass down. I gotta shut down my brothers all the time. I gotta shut their ass down. I don't care. And that probably goes back to the top of our segment about talking about deadbeat parents, just like, you know, how you show up in your kid's life. Not stroking anybody's ego. If you're coming to me to get anything other than your back stroked, you ain't getting no strokes, egos from me. It's not happening. Fuck your feelings. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, but maybe that's, like you said, you don't have that respect for men either. But what about those women that have that issue where it's, I have to cater to my man. Everything is,
that's more about her.
They're scared to lose that man. That's the main thing. We scared to lose. So because we were told from we were little that we have to have a man, we have to have these stuff, we have to have this. So now we're like, oh, you know, I don't wanna rock the boat because this situation.
That says more about the girl, the woman, than it does the man. Like, if she feels like she doesn't want to lose him, like what's not to lose? If you're not happy, see you later. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's maybe what we should be talking about, right? Forgive me here, we're going a little bit off topic, is why do we always feel that we have to be with somebody? Like, because the point of tiptoeing around is because you don't want to lose the man, right? But why is that? Why do we feel like that? Because from little girls, you have to have a husband, and you have to have a homemaker, and you have to be a partner with somebody. But you can do fine all by your damn self, too. So, tiptoeing around, just saw someone saying, if you got to tiptoe around, that's toxic. Exactly. I'm not living in my house like it's a minefield. I can't ask you to move a bottle. I can't ask you to do this, or I can't ask you to do that because I might feel you may blow up on me. You might leave me. Leave me then. Go on. I don't care. I'm going to be fine by myself. But that's just because, you know, this is taking years of me to learn this. I was in relationships before where I felt like everything would crumble. Like, oh my God, if he breaks up with me, it's going to be the end of the world. What am I going to do? But I'm no longer in that place, and it takes heartbreak for you to get there. It takes, you know, you guys seen that meme or heard the saying before, was like, you never know how strong you are until strong is your only option. So, you know, going alongside with tiptoeing around somebody's ego, or, you know, sparing their ego, it says more so about you because you're afraid of that rejection, or you're afraid of that person walking away from you for how you feel. And why would you want to be with somebody like that? Somebody who you can't be honest with.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But do you feel that there's a difference? Sometimes you might be hurtful. Like, let's go back to the young ladies that might say they're faking orgasm, or they're, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like I can't say that to this person, my partner, because I'm feeling like I'm going to hurt their feelings? It's not necessarily like you don't want to be alone, but in the interim, your feelings are getting hurt.
And you're not being satisfied.
You're not being satisfied. So if you're scared to hurt this person's feelings, I think that's a lot of it too. Because not all the time women aren't always catering to their man either way, but they probably looking to, you know, stroke their ego and bring their feelings and try to make, because, you know, we're taught to make a man feel like a man. You gotta make a man feel like a man.
Man make him own self. What Cat Williams self?
So they feel like if I hurt his feelings, I'm breaking that man down. Remember this whole thing about being his piece and all this other stuff like that.
You know, I ain't nobody's piece. I'm a whole headache. I'm a Virgo. Ask about me. Greedy said, Janelle said, I have no more time. Greedy said, fuck his ego. You better please me too, says Queen. Fuck her ego too, says Greedy. He was talking about the sex. He says it doesn't hit all the time. The dick energy is different days. He's talking about, not, you know, if you ain't giving it up right one night. Later said, but you gotta show the ego if that's your man. Hell no! They ain't show no damn ego. If it's whack, it's whack. Maya said they don't want things to get awkward. So along the lines of you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Stroke it when it's well deserved, says Queen. Layla said no tiptoeing. Sasha had a question about the previous topic about cheating. What if women cheat too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If women cheat too, anybody cheat. Do you want to know the details? You were born alone, you'll die alone, says Queen. Rajay said your peace of mind comes first. Trav says my Indian culture follows a similar teaching in terms of male and female figures. When men is considered God of a household and in marriage. Queen said peace of mind is priceless. Later said you're not doing anyone a favor by faking an orgasm. You'll never be happy. Facts, Queen. Camilla says some people don't know their own bodies and it has nothing to do with the man. Once a woman comes into her own and learns what she wants, I believe she'll be more vocal and out to get pleasure. Yeah, masturbate, ladies. I'm fully on that trend. Janelle said you have to speak up. How will he know if he has a problem with that? That's an issue. He's all about pleasing himself, right, Janelle? Camilla said, depends on how you were raised. Some people never had that, or had open households where your parents, siblings were free to discuss sexual topics. We just use the faking the orgasm. I mean, that's a whole nother animal. We just use that as an example. I mean, right, you have to know your own body, you have to know what pleases you, and maybe you're not even attracted to men. Why you're not even getting an orgasm with a man? I mean, that could encompass a whole thing. The point where we're trying to attack is, why fake it though? If you're not feeling it, you're just not feeling it. No matter what your reasoning behind is it.
Yeah, but they want to make him feel good. They don't want to make him feel bad.
Why we gotta fake, anything, or why, the boys can't do certain things, because, we're stroking them, and why the girls always groomed to, you better learn how to, like the CSA said, cook, clean, wash, because you gotta take care of me, you gotta find a husband. Like, why are we always catering to the men is what we're saying. If I don't have any boys, but if I did, my boys would be learning how to cook, clean, and do all of that too for themselves, not for a woman, but for yourselves. When I tell my girls to clean or wash dishes or do laundry, I don't tell them to do it because they need to get a husband. I tell them to do it for themselves, and clean for yourself and be a clean woman and know how to keep a house for yourself. Fuck a man, because like somebody said, I think it was you, Queen, you're gonna die alone. We born in this world by ourselves, we're gonna die by ourselves. So do things for yourself and put yourself first. We got a little bit under 2 minutes, I think. We do not have advice this week, guys.
Yeah, y'all gotta email us. No advice. We love advice. Don't act like y'all don't need no advice. Y'all know y'all want to hear from us. So make sure y'all send y'all advice in to every
dry. Email box empty.
And we ain't had no advice this week. So we done ran through all the advices. So everything in the kitchen sink at gmail.com. Again, that's everything in with the letter N in the kitchen sink at gmail.com. Remember to write us in for your advices. And, like I said, everything is anonymous.
Yes.
Everything is anonymous, so don't feel no way. So we will not say your name. We will not say who the email from as the many 15 times we've done this. But, you can keep asking questions as we count down to the end of our live.
He said, all right, I'll send another email. Don't be like him. Be anonymous. Janelle said, my son, and he needs to know how to cook and clean for himself. A woman will do for you if she wants to. Right.
Right. Said people can't take no more cussing. I did not cuss anybody. I gave y'all sound advice. I did not cuss anybody, okay? I did not cuss anybody. But if you want a cussing, you can take a cussing too, okay?
Layla says, but you can stroke a man's ego without faking an orgasm. Why not boost him a little as long as he does the same for you? Okay, yeah, it's a woman, so it's grown women out here still who haven't had an orgasm. Absolutely. We weren't talking necessarily about the act. We just use that as an example. Not the why, but why are you, okay, so if you can't have an orgasm, why are you faking it? Don't fake it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not saying that she shouldn't be able to. We're saying don't fake it. But
we counting down to 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Same place.
Same thing. Go ahead. Hit it, Tosh.
Same time, same place.